Well, back down at this bit. I haven't been down here for a long while, and I thought with rains we've had most of this week this should still be high, but it's not too bad, so I'll go and see if I can find out. Well, a bit of a rim of an old pot there, but that'll stop there. Yeah, that's just plain. Well, nothing much here, a couple of plain bits. I'll look further down. Oh, that looks like a back pin badge because it's still got the back on it. Yep. Where's that gone? Well, that's not come off somebody's jacket, that's come out of somebody's pocket. Oh well, at least we got something. And a pretty flower one. Well, let's see if there's anything on here. Oh, just a plain bit there in water. Well, some big chunks of milk cooling balls. And a bit of a Ribble one there. And more chunks of them. Yep. Just a plain bit there. Well, apart from that pin badge that I found right at the start, and a load of bits of plain stuff and bits of milk cooling balls, nothing. Well, I'm just going up and bit of feather edge pearl there. Oh well, at least we've got something. I'll probably just use that little bit. Oh, there's a bit of broken pot down there, base of a pot. Oh, base of a milk cooling pot there. Or a storage pot. Well, let's see if there is anything on here now. Oh, it looks quite an early pot. So again with that black glazing. Must be cooling balls I call them. Right, probably locally made with all that funny looking coloured clay. Well, nothing worth taking home. So I'll go and look further upstream. I was hoping I could find some more of them malt floor tiles, but I haven't seen any for a bit. Well, we'll have a look down here, see if we can find out all the way along there. But sometime shortly they're going to be building another 115 houses here. And where you see all them, that was once all fields as well. Yeah. All at the bottom of the longest cul-de-sac in Britain. And they want to build more houses with one road in. But at least they're in the shadow of Pendle. Well, just a plain bit there. Well, I don't know if I'll find out along here. Bit of RP. Well, I've turned that bit over thinking that's just going to be a bit of RP, but it isn't. And I've got a pattern on. Not too bad. Oh well, that'll clean up, hopefully that'll clean up nicely and sand down. Another white bit there. But you could make out a little bit of embossing on that. But not bother with it. Oh, there's a bit of white here. And that's probably plain. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh, don't speak first, Stephen. Well, that looks like a roof and a flag. Oh well, we're having better luck in this little stream than anywhere else. I can make a bit of colour out on the edge of that one. I don't think that's Westerwald. It looks a bit like it. That looks like it may even be a duck or something. Its head missing there. Or just a swirl. But we'll clean it up and see what it is. And there's something down there, and I think that's the base of a vape. So we'll get that bit of plastic out of the river. But can you spot it? That's a big chunk of malt floor tiling. Oh, definitely get down there and pick that up. And a big chunk of redware there as well. Well, that's a big chunk of milk cooling bowl, a bit there and a bit there, and this. Yeah. Well, I'll put that up banking and pick it up way back. Quite a late one, but always nice to find. Oh, the rim of another pot there. And yeah, that is a vape base. Well, where's the rest of it? Well, at least it's a bit of plastic out of the stream. Now, I don't know whether that bit's another bit of malt floor tiling, but I can't get across there yet. Well, that might be for another day. Well, another chunk of floor tiling. Take that. There's something there. Yeah, glass seal. Royal modern bottle. We'll take that. Well, a few bits of white, but that another big chunk of malt floor tiling. So I'll make my way back home now, I think. And a bit of RP as we cross it stream. Well, there's a couple of them there. I don't know whether they're going to come up or not, but we're back on my normal spot. I'll just have a walk round this way, up way home. Oh, that weighs a ton, does that? Go on, I've got some feed for you, you know. Well, they're not coming any closer. So I'll throw them a load down. I'll just have a quick walk up and down here. I know I spotted a bit of RP there, but that's all there is so far. So I'll bring you back if I do find out. Oh, late RP, wide grooves. Well, I can spot a handle there, and it has got a little bit of blue on the edge. Well, we'll take that. You know, it'll probably end up outside. Well, apart from that bit of handle and a bit of RP, a few bits of white, nothing. Look, looks like somebody's been feeding ducks already. Well, I'll just walk back along there and pick my stone up. See if I do find out. Well, back to them two. And there was nothing else. So, time to go home, my battery's flashing now. Oh, I'm just going, I spotted some blue out of the corner of my eye. Oh, that looks like willow edging, and there's always some willow. Well, that's them cleaning up, and I've just put the water in and that's just come clear already. Oh, it's a pity there's not more of them two bits and more of that as well, but definitely do something with that one. Well, we've got them fizzing away now. They should come a bit cleaner. Right, the few finds from this trip down to, well, the stream and a little bit from the river. Yeah, bin badge. And it had the back on as well. So, like I say, it's either dropped off out of somebody's pocket, but it's the badge for Marie Curie cancer program. Very unusual. And a bit of feather edge pearl wear. Quite a latest one with not big scallops on. But like I say, I might be able to just use that bit as a bottom bit of a mount. And this bit, I don't think it's Westerwald. Might even be some sort of spongeware or rolled, mottled spongeware. And again, it's a pity there's not more or a maker's mark or anything. That does look like part of a duck, but I think it's just a wave or a swirl. Oh. Now I did find rest at vape, so that's more for rubbish bin. And this little bit, a flag at roof of a house. Again, I wish there were more of that. I'd like to see what the full pattern was, because that looks either like this, I don't know, the red and white naval flag, but I might be wrong on that. And this bit that's cleaned up quite well. Bit it's just chipped there, but might just be able to fill that bit in. Won't take much to straighten that up and fit in a mount. Not too badly curved, flat it down. So I think that's going to be the crafting in this one. And this bit, I thought it was glass, but it's just plastic. That's glass. It's a gin, modern one. So I might just take that plastic bit off, keep it just for something to do. And the little bits that were when I took the longer route coming home. Oh well, pity there's not more of that. A bit of a cup handle and a little bit of edging at willow. There's always some willow. Oh, and the big thing. Ew. Not picking that bigger chunk up. Malt floor tiling. Always seem to find lots of it in that stream. I haven't been able to find out where it's actually coming from further upstream. There's a couple of miles of stream to walk, so I'll have to walk it one day. It's quite late, machine pressed. The pins there. Goes that way in, and you put your grain and malt or what on there, and the fire underneath. or hot air blown in, and it was just drying the grain and malt. A lot of the old pubs had a brew house next door, and this is what they would have brewed their own ale with, or on dried the grain. But yeah, that's a big piece. But this bit might be part of it, but it doesn't seem to fit, so there must be more somewhere, unless it's with what bits I've got. So I think it's going to be that bit that we're doing the crafting with. This one we'll just flatten it down a little bit. Well, it's near enough down. I don't want to put it at the top like that and put some more greenery at the bottom, or put it at the bottom and put some up at the top. Maybe some birds or something like that. I can find something. Just a little bit more to take down, but I'll do all that off camera, so that gives you an idea of what it's going to be like. I used the bit out that was found on the same day. I might just take that down just to fit in there. I want to do it that way. Well, that way. Oh no. Well, I'll take it down first anyhow. Oh, it gives you a nice idea. So I think I'm going to go with them two in there. Well, when I get some more new ones of these, they're taking a long while. They've been used a lot, and time for some fresh ones, I think. Well, these two bits now. This one, I just ground a little bit more off that so it'll go over the top of the blue. Well, we'll let that set now. Well, it's goodbye from me for today.